College Women's Club of Pasadena, 100 years of dedication to women and education. Pasadena, California in the 1920s was a place where the times, the people, and an atmosphere of scholarship converged as a foundation for our organization. Caltech, Mount Wilson, Huntington Library, and a love of the arts were living embodiments of scholarly attainment. In 1921, a small group of women met to form a women's group for a greater purpose, to promote higher education for women. And the College Women's Club of Pasadena was born. They quickly developed fundamental goals that we maintain today. They established a sustained mission of supporting higher education for women through scholarships. Attracted, like-minded women dedicated to the goals of the organization developed a fellowship of women helping women and enjoying the company of each other. They emphasized lifelong learning for their members and built and maintained a scholarship fund that began with $100 and has now awarded over $1 million to our scholarship and fellowship recipients. But it was not always easy to maintain. Throughout the years, there were many challenges that could have meant the end of our club. The economics of the late 1920s and 1930s, the Great Depression, when some members weren't able to pay their dues, the 1940s, during World War II, when many women were called to work in defense industries while the men went to war. Some women also served. The 1950s provided a new set of challenges when the role of wives and mothers changed. During the turbulent 1960s and 1970s, women started coming into their own and pursuing careers outside of the home. The 1980s, 90s, and 2000s saw more women in the workplace, leaving less time for activities like women's clubs. But our club kept going. Even a global pandemic in the 2020s couldn't stop us. Our club endured and scholarships were still awarded. And here we are, 100 years later, as enthusiastic about our mission as our founders were, perhaps even more so. Because the concept of women helping other women is so strong. Both our members and our recipients share in this belief.
The organization is still here because the mission has not changed in 100 years. The women that started the College Women's Club valued education, and they knew how important it was.
I love the idea that women support other women, and in fact that's what my dissertation is on. I'm doing my dissertation on supporting women, specifically Latinas, in higher education. And so knowing my own background, it's very close to my heart how there's this communal aspect of healing, support, and encouragement that women do very well.
I would say ample evidence from around the world that supporting women's education is one of the best investments that an organization can possibly make, paying off many times over in building a stronger and a more equitable society. Case in point that women weren't even admitted to Caltech until 1970.
Supporting each other could look a lot of different ways, but I think putting your money where your mouth is like one of the most significant things you can do, because it's so challenging to pay for school. And so women supporting other women, I think, is a really significant choice. And it specifies the pool of candidates and kind of, maybe you like come into a sisterhood or something. It creates its own community.
I think the fact that it is women helping other women, older women helping younger women move forward in life, and women saying to younger women, your education is important and you are important and we think you're worth it and we want to do whatever we can to help you.
Back when it was first started, it was a really noble mission because women's education was not considered that important. So when these women decided that women need the same advantages that the men have had, and I think it continues today. It's not a completely equal society by any means. So the mission of this group is to help the women.
I believe our scholarships are a goodly amount of money when people are applying for scholarships. But I think even more than the money, it's the fact that they have a group of caring women behind them who are interested in their goals and dreams and love to find out what's happening in their lives. So it becomes very personal
We continue to dedicate time and resources to our scholarship program and provide scholarships and fellowships to various campuses in the Pasadena area. The scholarships not only provide needed financial assistance, they affirm our belief in the recipient's academic journey and serve as an incentive to keep going.
This scholarship said to me, moms matter too. This scholarship, the amount of it, the women of the organization, the luncheon, everything that I was exposed to as a recipient that particular year was the affirmation I needed, because I truly was in a valley of decision of, can I finish? Like, can my family, is this fair? As a woman, am I asking too much for myself? As a mother, do I want too much? And the women of the organization, the scholarship, the luncheon, the speeches, it was just so inspirational and affirming.
It was like a vote of confidence at a time when everything felt even more like unstable and I was unsure what to do than before. It was like, no, keep going. Like, you can do it.
College Women's Club of Pasadena is not only devoted to its scholarship mission, but is also devoted to its members by providing a social and educational component to our program. Every meeting provides an interesting, educational, inspirational, or entertaining program. We also schedule trips to local venues of interest.
One of the things with anyone as they get older, one of the most important things is socialization in life. And so this is a wonderful way to meet people, to get out and talk to people. And if you get involved, you're doing things with people.
You know, these kind of trips are very important, I think, for us, for the members, to get to know our community, because a lot of times we don't get around because we don't have the time. And then, or the know-how, you know, oftentimes you can't just call up City of Hope and say, here I come. But this kind of organized activities are very useful. And so it makes us think also different about ourselves. You know, what is that we want to continue to do? And I think this is why a lot of the members continue to volunteer and support with the College Women's Club.
They're ones that call me. They're the people who send me a card. They seem to have this personal interest in each other. Not to be nosy, but to be caring and concerning. And I think that's a gift for all of us.
The founding women started with almost nothing and pursued a multitude of fundraising activities to make their dream of helping women with higher education costs become a reality. And slowly built an endowment. For most of our history, a committee comprised of club members carefully chose our investments. Eventually, we hired a financial advisor and finally joined forces with the Pasadena Community Foundation.
The College Women's Club of Pasadena is delighted to be a part of the Pasadena Community Foundation. They are an invaluable partner for us in our scholarship program. They are always there for us and for our recipients. They provide financial planning so that our scholarship fund can grow, technical support, advice, encouragement throughout the whole process. We would not be able to sustain our scholarship foundation funds without their assistance. We plan on being partners for a long time.
So PCF's core mission is to build hometown legacies. We work with individuals and groups such as College Women's Club to manage charitable funds and distribute grants and scholarships from those funds into the local community. In 2016, when the College Women's Club approached us, we saw a great fit for collaboration. They had spent many years raising funds and awarding scholarships and building an endowment to sustain those scholarships. The scholarships were being funded primarily from the investment income, and they were relying less on annual fundraising. So we support the College Women's Club Scholarship Committee in a variety of ways. First of all, administration. There's quite a bit of paperwork involved in a scholarship program. Another significant benefit of becoming a fund of the Community Foundation is our investment management. We have a very large, diversified investment portfolio managed by professionals. And the great part about that is that their annual scholarship budget has also grown as the portfolio has grown.
I think these women for the past 100 years have decided that this is an important project, that helping other women receive an education is worthy of time and effort and belonging, And at the same time, we've all benefited by the programs that we have, the places that we go, and the camaraderie that we have by spending time together and learning more about each other.
Thank you for believing in me so I could reach my full destiny of what I'm supposed to be doing here on this planet. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you ladies.
But I would say more meaningful was the recognition of my hard work as a woman going to college, and that my academic goals were worthy of recognition.
Well, I'm just so grateful. I feel like it's such a slog, especially in the arts. So to be seen and to be recognized by a group of people is really special, and I really appreciate it.
I am just so grateful to have been chosen to receive some support.
Financial support from organizations like the Women's Club made it possible.
And I really appreciate it because now I've gotten to know the organization better, like as a whole, and what we stand for.
When I had the opportunity to apply for the scholarship, it was everything for me as a woman, as a mom.
I think this is an absolutely wonderful organization, and I think there are probably hundreds of women right around here that would just love this organization if they knew about it. So I would really like to get the word out about how much fun it is, how much good we do, and invite them to join.
As we reflect upon the last 100 years, we also look forward to the next century. The College Women's Club of Pasadena holds true to the original mission of our founders: dedication to women and education. We accomplish this by asking others to join us as we continue to support young women in their quest for their dreams. We are the College Women's Club of Pasadena, providing 100 years of dedication to women and education.